I'd like to bring out Chris. Are you there? Chris Russell? Here we go.
I am here. Hello, everyone. So there's times when technology pushes the limits, and these are aerial filmmaking at its finest. This is one of the best all-in-one aircrafts that you could find. For all you filmmakers out there and you theme park owners and documentaries, this is what we do. We have high impact video with low risk rewards. We can fly. See, okay, so my DP's in the back. You guys are probably wondering who's moving that camera. Joe and them are in the back. So what happens is when we're on set or on assignment, I could be on top of a mountain, anywhere. Yeah, let's get you there. See, we can be anywhere. Well, the pilot can be anywhere, and the DPs and the directors can be in the nice warm tent drinking martinis while we're out flying in the cold. So what I'm here to do to talk to you guys about is drone technology and where we're going with it. But first, before then, let's fly this thing up. We're going to take a droney. It's what we call a droney. We're going to get everybody in this shot, and everybody wave hi. So Joe, I'm going to have you pan to the left.
Up, hands up, give it a wave.
All right, 1 second. Joe, let's go the other way. All right, there we go, you guys. I'm not going to fly over anyone's heads, but we are going to take this guy up. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's times when I don't talk because of the ground effects. All right, we're good. Let me bring this puppy down. It's kind of hard to talk and fly at the same time. For safety precautions, we're not going to fly it over you guys. Oh, I didn't even show you the coolest part. The wings fold up. All right, I'm going to sit this down for a minute. Let me power this puppy off. No, I don't want you to take off. All right, so let me just show you guys why we're here. We do have automatic takeoff and landing. Just for now, I'm just going to land it, shut this thing down. So, as Paul said, there's not an app for that. Well, there's an app for these. We have apps and multi-controls, and every safety precaution is available on drone technology. You know, we come out and we hear people say there's 1,000 reasons not to use it, but for wayfinding videos, for aerial cinematography, this is the way to go. You have a lot of options to get the shots you want without getting a heli team and, carbon footprint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my presentation and show you guys some video, and then we can jump right back in. So as everybody know, what are drones? Drones are multi-rotor cameras with 4K capability. So this is Phantoms. These are 3DRs. These are Horizon. There's a various different kinds of drones out there. The ones that you buy on Amazon for $34, $35, those aren't drones. Those are kids' toys. So sorry for the pixelation on 4K. This was looking good on my laptop, but so we have single rotors as well. This is what I fly. I'm not trying to sell anyone's product, but I do personally love to fly DJI products. There is GPS stabilization, there's locking, we can do everything that we want. If we're in a no-fly zone, I cannot spin up any of my blades. So, there's people out there trying to fly and get shots that aren't worth it to me. So this is an Inspire 1. I'm going to show you guys some videos. So here, sorry guys, videographers have been using aerial for a while. It's very expensive, and not to mention the carbon footprint. Let me go back. So the carbon footprint on something like this, you got to bring your rig out, you got to bring your heli out. This is how I travel. We can fly a whole cine rig in a couple of cases. So the ladies who travel a lot of baggage, I ride solo, and this is what I travel with. So it's, it happens, and everyone's always excited. So when we do drones, you always want to show scale. So how do you show scale when you have 90,000 people? So one word is Coachella. So I'm going to show you guys this. Can I get audio? Thank you. In the darkness, sleepless, love, and happiness. reason I showed you guys this is not that, you can leave the music up, I can talk over it. It's not to show like, oh, we did some cool stuff, but how do you show scale of 90,000 people at any given themed entertainment? So themed entertainment, Coachella is themed entertainment. There's a lot of aerial stuff that we did. We break rules, we disturb the peace when we try not to. But for this instant, we took some copters out and then promoters were like, let's do it, let's see what we can get. We flew at Coachella, and as you see, there's unbelievable shots of crowds and of scale. You can't show that on ground level. There's definitely no way you're gonna get permits to fly a heli team to fly in Coachella. So this is what we do, and just like your theme parks at your stadiums, on a closed set, you can kind of do it at an event like this. There's huge liability insurance that's already provided, so we fly under there. So that's Coachella, you guys. All right, I just want to give you guys, so with aerial videography and cinematography, there's no audio, there's no dialogue. So a lot of stuff is, synced with music tracks just because I don't want to have people just sitting there just watching some aerials. So the clips I'm about to show you now, this is more or less a compilation of things that we've shot over time. So we have a media group of drone operators that any side of the country, any side of the world, we have a small niche group of pilots that aren't scared to fly, that aren't scared to push the envelope of technology. And I want to show you guys some of that. One more click. So a lot of these shots that you see here, this is, your standard heli shot. But on the flip side, it's one of these guys. We have about 22 minutes of flight time on either one. And the video that you guys are seeing, this is 4K, so it doesn't look, my cameras aren't that great on this one, but this is 4K technology, so we can shoot native for the Boxster, for barcodes, for anything you want. If you guys have IMF packages on products that need to go to Netflix, we can do those, live from these shots. And as you guys see, it's endless possibilities. There's times when we go places and we have directors and DPs who want these high-risk shots, but they don't know how to get them. And with drones, we do it all the time. There's larger ones that we fly. We fly some cine rigs with red epics and 12 rotors. There's no way I could bring that here. I actually tried, and the LiPo batteries are so big. TSA was like, there's no way you're getting on the plane with these batteries because it's just questionable. So a lot of times we shoot. So that's actually one of my favorite shots. Pull through the trees, come up and show this establishing shot. And there's stuff like this that you're not going to get anywhere else. No one wants to take the risk, and for us, we shoot a lot of stock footage, and this is what we do. We go out somewhere, we're not looking to get paid, we are just flying, we're doing it from the passion. It's like a passion project. There's a lot of drone stuff that's coming out, and it has a bad name, but this is not a bad name. This is what we do. We try to make the best of what we can. So you go to a nomadic communities, not really nomadic, but you're sorry, but you're not gonna fly a helicopter that close to anything. So this is my buddy Rich, and this is what you do. You see this action camera and you fly stuff like this, and it's like, you can't be scared. In this industry and of filmmakers, everyone wants the biggest shots. They want, the highest impact with the low budget. And, I'm not trying to talk numbers here, but anyone can, with a credit card, can go buy these. That's why you see this technology out here. You hear there's bad names because, Joe wants to go fly next to the people fighting fires in California. And it sets a bad example for drone pilots, for gimbal operators, for everyone. So I'm talking over footage just because there's no dialogue, so I'm gonna be the dialogue. But yeah, you chase down some, wild animals with the helicopter, there's dust flying, there's all this, and this does have a ground effect. If we get anywhere from 5 to 10 feet, dust will fly, so we try to keep a shot between 10 to 20 feet, and for most aerial shots, that's great. So this here is, I was telling the guys in the back, this is 30-mile-an-hour winds. These gimbals here on these flight controls, we can, have this thing literally flying like this, and we're gonna have a shot. That's 25, 30 mile an hour gust here in Santa Cruz, California, and everyone wonders like, how can you do it? We just do it. You know, you gotta just push the envelope. You gotta push the technology to its limits. So I got a controller here that's telling me to turn them off because the little guy over there has not been working. It does work, but we're not flying them at the moment. So yeah, these are shots. And as well as video, I'm just gonna jump right through. There's photography. These cameras are set 12 megapixel. There's higher imaging camera systems that we can put on there, 20 megapixels, get large format stuff. So, you know, it's pixelated here for a PowerPoint presentation, but you get aerial stuff like this. These are just simple shots of the same scenes that you guys just seen at the same beach. But I have to tell you guys this, is safety. It's always about safety, and safety does happen. And with some of the larger rigs, like this Mr. Ed, this is what we're trying to bring, something like this, but the LiPo batteries are literally the size of a red brick, and you can't fly it. So we can get shots, but when you have custom built rigs like this, it happens. Yes, that's it. So, you know, everyone's like, oh man, you know, that's thousands of dollars. Not really. That's the Epic was more. And then we sent it back to Red. They fixed it, and there we have it, you know. But, you know, God forbid there was a pilot or any team of people doing it, we wouldn't want that to happen. So that's our Red crash. And I just have to show you guys this real quick. This is 18 minutes. Wow. So this people doing dumb stuff. All right. I got to show you. I don't know if you guys seen this, but I want to show you.
Sold out concerts. The show went on, but this latest incident, another reminder of these popular flying gadgets getting too close for comfort. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
A frightening scene on stage Saturday as singer Enrique Iglesias performs. Watch as he reaches for the drone. Seconds later, he tosses it, getting cut by the blades. Iglesias' rep
and that's
says the drone was
the
used
same
during the show
kind of drones we have here. But why would you do that? There's just questions. And yes, this really happened. And as you've seen at Coachella, we'll fly close, but there's never a reason for an artist to ever grab it or anyone. And yes, this is real. This is not like me editing this stuff up. It really happens. And it's like, why do you do that? All right, so there's a couple more clips in here. Yeah, so, and these guys right here, they're, you know, people crashing them into power lines, and it's costing cities and, you know, states, and there's no legislation really on the books that say it. But every time you hear about drones, just like, you know, it's always these phantoms and these inspires that they talk about. But the problem is, these aren't the trouble. The trouble is, you know, going to Google, Amazon, finding you some little cheap drone with no GPS settings. They can go flying away. They can kind of do whatever. But the cool thing was Enrique, he continued to do his concert, even though he was bloody. Yeah, so that's it. And there's other scenic escapes. Some of the stuff here is from some of our media partners here. But, what you would do is, we want to see Freedom Tower? Here we go. You know, there's no fly zones and there's fly zones. And we'll get in both of them. You know, there is times when law enforcement questions it, but once they see we're not paparazzi, we're not trying to spy, they're actually intrigued by the technology and how they can see it. And, you know, there was a time we were doing a shoot in California. I'm from Los Angeles. We were in Agua Dulce just shooting just some random stuff, me and my son, and the police comes in. He's like, what are you guys doing? And then I'm teaching my son how to be a DP. He wants to learn how to fly. And then he pulls up and says, can you show me too? And I was like, really? And I had that footage, but I was like, I don't want to show that. But there's everything. There's multi-use cases, like for instance, this, whoa, I think I went too far. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. There's multi-use cases for drone technology, and this is something that was done for KTM, for motorcycles. You know, people take pictures of motorcycles. How can you show a motorcycle in its element? You get a drone. You know, you're not going to pay for a heli team to come and shoot this, but look at your establishing shots. This is what you see on National Geographic, on HGTV every single day, on the house shows. You just see a lot of our shots that we do, they're really ground up. We call them elevator shots that just literally pull up, or an escalator shot that's kind of a pull and a back. And you just fly and you kind of get what you want. A lot of people think you jump up there and you're just flying around and you're just gonna find this amazing shot. It's just like any other film that you're doing. You kind of have to plan your shots and know what you're gonna do and just go for it. So that's how you show motorcycles. I have a bunch of use cases here. So we do land surveys. So everyone kind of wonders, what's land surveying? A lot of times places would want to 3D map their facilities, just like in theme parks. We could totally do it in a theme park if you guys approve it. We would fly over a certain area and 3D map it, and then we're not the ones that do it, but there's experts out there who can take the video footage. We would literally fly a grid pattern and a couple horizontals so that we have all accesses to it, and we would get it. So there's a story that actually me and my son have been working on about the drought in California. So we've been going to just various places. But once we were out there, the park ranger was like, oh, can you shoot Vasquez Rocks? So they were like, we've never seen an aerial shot of Vasquez Rocks because it's more or less, it's not really a no-fly zone. There's a small private airport around that they can't bring heli teams in unless there's all kinds of approvals. So we just went out there and shot. It's pretty basic, but I just want to show you that because that's my 11-year-old son flying that thing. And that's this guy, and it's anyone can grab the sticks of little bit of training they can learn. And one of the real big businesses that we do is, this is what we do. I'm not trying to sell you guys a house,
Behind
but
the exclusive gates of South Peak.
you know,
one of
there's
Laguna
mansions, there's
finest
a lot of
custom
stuff
estates.
in California or any state
Welcome to
that they want
59
to sell this, you know, multi-million-dollar house, and you know, photographers come and take static shots of it. But how do you show scale? Everyone wants to see scale. They want to know they're getting the most bang for their buck on anything they do. So real estate is kind of key. And let's see. All right, that's the end of my show. So I'm super early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this little guy, because I know Paul said there's no app for that, but there's an app for this.
You've got a few more minutes.
All
We're
right.
so engrossed we forgot to start the timer at the right time. So
Oh.
fly this one for a couple of minutes and then we're good.
Good, perfect. Yeah, I didn't know. This is my first time at TA. Never been to TA event, never been state. You guys are great. There's, and I truly mean that. You know, you guys are game changers. The theme parks and everything you guys do in the themed entertainment, I grew up with that stuff. My kids are growing up with that stuff and just continue to do it. But one of my big passions is to empower kids, show kids the technology. We do a drone day every couple of months at my kids' school. They have a STEM school focused on technology. The first time I took this out, we had thousands of questions, literally from the other school officials. Everyone wants to know, how does this work? What do you do here? And they're visionaries. Everyone's coming up, you know, the next generation of technology is out there. So I'm grateful that I could be here to show you guys, and hopefully we could take it to the next level and fly some of these in your parks, do some wayfinding videos. Actually, I'm going to fly this one, you guys. All right, let's take this up. We're going to do one more shot. They want to take a picture for the blog. So we're going to take a picture for the blog. All right. And just as you guys seen before, let's spin this guy out. Oh. All right, we're not going to do that. And because it's safety first. And whenever you see a red light, it's saying this compass needs to be calibrated. So we're not calibrating that compass right now. So we're going to fly this one. And no, it's just like that. You know, it's always safety first with this stuff. So I just want people to know that they're pretty safe flying machines. Sorry, Joe, we're not on that one. But for the most part, this is it. These are Phantoms, 4K cameras. I'm not going to get too much involved with it. Yeah, so I hope you guys are into drones and like the technology. I thought my presentation was much longer, but apparently I talked too fast or my videos were too short. So that's it. And, you know, Carnegie Mellon, thanks again for letting us bring these guys out and fly your stage.